So the other day I was in my garage and I was riding my bike. So I cycle in there and I happened to see this digital display and I saw it upside down, and all of a sudden I had kind of this epiphany, this moment of clarity. And I'm an extremely visual person. I think in pictures for sure. And so whenever I'm trying to articulate something, a lot of times I'm trying to explain it with visual metaphors. And so this one was very clear to me, and it was how to articulate the importance of perspective to other people. I mean, even my kids, how do I really show them in kind of a visual way that's easy to understand? And I came up with this. And it's the idea of you sit across the table from somebody else, somebody who disagrees with you on a subject. And this just could be, visual. This doesn't have to be an actual exercise, but just the visual of it really helps me. And so you sit across the table from somebody. And right here, I have this piece of paper where I've written a secret message and I've put it under a Post-it. And then I clearly write, like it's a digital display in big blocky letters, a 1 and a 5, just the way you would see it, right? And when I'm talking to this other person, I ask them, what number do they see? And they're going to be very adamant that they see the number 51. And I'm going to be very adamant that I see the number 15. Number 15 is what I wrote. And we can both argue as much as we like, right? We can argue until we're blue in the face. But until one of us decides to actually stop, take in what the other person's saying, actually listen to them and not just immediately try and think of my next retort, until you actually stop and think, hey, let me look at it through your eyes. Let me look at it from your perspective. So if I get up and I walk to the other side of the table and I look at that piece of paper from their perspective, you know what? It does say 51. I can say to this person, you know what? I understand where you were coming from. I totally get it. Looking through your eyes, I see how it's number 51. And, I might say, hey, come over here to my side and just take a look. I want to show you something really quick. And from my side, it's 15, and I show them that it's 15. And then when I lift this little Post-it, there's an extra little piece of information that they weren't privy to, right? It says this end up. And so that piece of information may not have been available to them, right? The fact that they didn't have that may not be their fault, which is kind of a mental shift you have to make, right? So our perspective is built based off of where we were born, the parents we had, our socioeconomic status, everything, our culture, all that has to do with our viewpoint. We are a collection of experiences that have happened through a lifetime, our experiences, our personal experiences. And those have led us to see things in a different way. And the more that we can take ourselves out of our own body and try and put it in another's, the more able we're going to be to see things through their eyes and understand why they've gotten to the place they've gotten and why they think the way they think. I think it's a very visual, clear way to show folks and show my kids how a little bit of empathy, how a little bit of understanding, taking a second to see where other people are coming from, can be really beneficial. Thanks. I hope this helps.